Hello, it's Liz here with you, and I'm joined by a very special guest, a Champions graduate, Lisa. How are you going?
Hi, yeah, good, thanks, Liz.
Thanks very much for being here with us. Well, I'm really excited to share some of your story because you have had some cool wins over the last few months, and I think it's really inspirational. So just to start out, when you started with us, we always like to hear your background. What was your background? Did you start out as a tech person, or what was your goal when you started with us?
Yeah, not at all. Nothing to do with websites anyway. I started out probably more in like admin work, and I did sales and marketing for our family business. Then we sold that off. So I took a few years off and just had a bit of a break. Yeah, the kids were getting older. I had one going into high school starting. I had another one just about graduating. And I was just at a stage in life and I was thinking, okay, well, what am I going to do? Am I going to go back to work? Am I going to look for a job, or, I'd prefer to do something from home that I could, earn an income.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just started Googling sort of things online and came across e-business. And
there you go.
Oh, I had never heard of it before. So
like most people, most people have never even realized that this is something.
I had no idea. So I was really intrigued about it. And when I found out about it, I was just wrapped. I couldn't learn quick enough with it. It was really exciting.
And that's something we always admired about you, Lisa. You are an action taker. And today what I wanted to talk about was actually one of the sites, speaking of action taking. So your goal was portfolio, wasn't it? It was to build passive income.
Yep. I wanted to stay at home, not have a job and report to somebody. So I just wanted a passive income so I could still do what I wanted to do during the day. If I wanted to go to the gym or go to the shops, I could still do it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so your goal was portfolio. So you started buying, you were building some sites, but then you've also bought some sites. Yep. And today I want to talk about one in particular because it's got a pretty cool story. And this is one, how did you find this? This is an exercise equipment site. So how did you find that site? Tell us a story of how you got that one.
Well, I was doing the Champions course with you guys, with you and Liz, Matt. And we were doing the due diligence part, and I'd just been practicing throughout the year. And it was towards the end, and that site popped up on Flipper, and it sort of ticked all the boxes and looked pretty good, and it wasn't too expensive. It was something I thought I could give a go at and just try and see how I could go with it. I did a call with you, and then we started.
And so, it wasn't very expensive, was it? How much did it cost?
2,000 US it was, yeah.
Yeah. So not a big hit of the bank. So that's good.
Yeah.
And then so once you got it, and we talked about, now we've got to get in and renovate.
Yeah.
What was your strategy? What was your plan because the goal is always to double that income to pay it back to
it was. Yeah. So it was just really going from the advice what you'd given me to do, and that was just build the site out a bit more, get the navigation a bit better on the site, and more content basically. Yeah.
So, you've just recently been on a big content push on that one, haven't you?
Yeah. I'm sort of in the middle of it at the moment too. Yeah, again.
Cool. And so just before Christmas, so you were spending a lot of the money that you're making out of that site. I think you were putting back into the site to build it, weren't you?
Not really, no. I wasn't really doing a lot. I was putting little bits in there, but not a lot. I was actually using that to fund another site. So the money from the fitness site was funding the content for another site. So I was putting articles on there, but not a lot.
Yeah.
So it wasn't, maybe 1 or 2 articles a month. And just making the user experience better on the actual pages and just improving the content a bit that was on the page. Sort of the more I learned, I'd go back and realise, hang on, I can tweak this a bit better.
Okay. And did that had good results, even just doing that small amount?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And with COVID hitting and everything, it just took off. But the problem was everything sold out. So it was a catch-22. You couldn't get the products because everyone was sold out. Some products were out for 3-4 months. So considering that happened, it still did really well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
it wasn't
what did you-
until
tell us about what happened in the November, December. So this is a little site you've bought for $2,000.
yeah, yes,
And
yeah.
where did it get to in November, December?
Well, I think I started to add just a little bit more content. When I'm saying a bit more, I'm probably talking maybe 4 articles a month.
Yeah.
It wasn't a
We're
lot.
not taking massive.
No, not like
talking
I was doing.
full-time
Yeah,
work.
no, not like I was doing on the other site. So yeah, it was only about 4 articles, mate, because I was busy focused on another site. So I was just drip feeding this because I wasn't quite sure where I was going with it, and I had other affiliates I was about to test and things like that. So yeah, I was probably only adding 4 to 6 articles a month, I think, not a lot. And I only did that in November, December, yeah. And then it just took off. It just went crazy. And I changed over the affiliate offers as well. And I think that is what made a huge difference. But also the traffic just started to grow, whether it was just finally all those little articles had been picked up by Google and it was starting to run, and it just took off. And then it just went, I can't even remember what it did in November now, but December was, I think, 2,200 US or something, I think.
Yeah. So it actually paid for itself in one.
Yeah. Well
month.
and truly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think because I converted it all to Australian dollars. But
Yeah.
if we were to say Australian dollars, I think it was around the $3,000 mark or something it did. And then usually that's Christmas and then everything dies off, and that was the boom. And I was sort of a bit disappointed because I was thinking it was going to do a lot better come Christmas. And I was sort of like, oh, damn, it didn't. I thought it might have hit $4,000 or something, and it hadn't. So I was a bit disappointed with it. But something happened in January. A few products came back in stock. The affiliates, just one of them got their product back in stock, and they pay a better commission. And it just went through the roof. And come January, I did, I think, 6,800 Australian for the month. So I think it was about 5 something US for the month. So yeah, it was pretty good. 5,000, I should say.
Pretty awesome for a little asset that cost $2,000.
Yeah.
And I love, and that's really important too. Like you actually, not only were you were just consistently adding good content to
it was definitely consistent. Yeah.
And the other thing I really admire about you, Lisa, is you ask. So those affiliate commissions. So it started out as an Amazon site, didn't it? But
yes,
when we were saying to everyone, okay, I think it's time you need to diversify and get some monetizations on there. So that have a significant. So what did you do there? Like, so aside from Amazon, what did you do?
Luckily, I'd been doing it on another site and just learning on that site, how to approach people, what to do. And I don't know, just went on holidays in October and was having a walk and a good think one day. And I just thought, okay, I'm going to go back and I'm going to hit this site hard with these affiliate offers and just go for it and see if it works. If it doesn't, a couple of months, I've lost nothing. And to my surprise, it just took off. So yeah, it was amazing.
So the commission, so you're getting 3% on Amazon. What were you getting? What percentage commission were you getting on these for these other affiliates?
These guys were 10%. Yeah, 10%, which I wasn't really happy with. I like it a bit higher than that, but they wouldn't budge. No matter what I tried, they would not budge. So
still, that's more than 3 times the Amazon commission.
It is.
You've got to be happy with that.
Yeah, I just want a ball. So it was good though, but they're expensive products. So I think that's where it works in your favour. You're looking at $1,000 to $2,000 plus items. So one sale is a nice little commission in US dollars when it comes through. So And
well, now tell us about January. Now what's happened in January, February? What have you been doing now?
Well, January, I approached one of them again. It's squeaky wheel every month. I've been, talking to them. One's got a little bit more approachable, and they were a little bit more open to a commission increase finally. So I had to send them a big proposal of everything, and the articles and everything I do, which they were very happy with. Thought about it for a while, and they came back and they upped me to 15%, which was great. Right. So I was very happy with that. But then out of the blue this week, my other affiliate who I sell the most of, and they're a very good converting product, they don't usually communicate with me at all for some unknown reason. Out of the blue, they started replying to my emails and instantly upped me to 15%. So yay, I'm wrapped. So that's a huge jump in profit now for doing nothing really, except for a couple of emails.
That is the power of asking. I love that. Yeah, all you had to do was ask.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
And
a lot of times, but it paid off in the end. I thought, well, they don't know me, they don't see me, you know, it's on email, so you can keep doing it.
So what was your turnover in January and now coming into February?
Well, let's go US. Okay. January was 5,003 or 400, I think it was, for January US.
Awesome.
So I thought that was it and it's going to drop off, but it's maintaining, which is nice. So yeah, it's pushing nearly $3,000 now for US for the month already for February. So yeah, I'm wrapped.
That is pretty cool. Because when you think about it, 3,000 US a month, what's that in Australian? Something like 5,000 Australian dollars a month.
Yeah, it's close. Yeah,
that's a significant amount. That's a lot of work.
Yeah,
at $40 or $50 an hour, that's a lot of time. And so, how much time do you spend on this website?
Maybe 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day. It depends. It varies. I haven't looked at it today. So today's Friday and I haven't even touched it. So yeah, it's not every day. I've got other things to do other days. So yeah, it's at the moment, it's just, I can see there's a lot of opportunity to add a lot more content because the site's not got a lot of content on it. It's probably only got about 60 odd articles.
That's awesome.
So yeah, for the money it's turning over, it's
fantastic.
Pretty low.
So this is leverage. This is the exciting thing. It's awesome leverage, and you've also got a whole lot of other sites in your portfolio now as well.
Yeah. So yeah, I was putting a lot of work into those ones. So if you measure the rate of return, there's so much more in this fitness site than what I'm getting from my other sites. Yeah. So it's time to stop and put my focus onto that for a while and just see how far I can make it run.
Fantastic.
So So
what's your future hold now, Lisa? Where would you like to go next? Are you going to buy more, or are you going?
Yeah. I'd like to get maybe one, maybe two more good sites.
Yeah.
I just like to focus on just a small number of sites, but really grow them big if I can. So that's my goal at the moment, just to try.
So that'll be a really nice, comfortable 6-figure income.
Yeah, and then maybe sell one off and see what we can do with it.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. Awesome job. I love, and like I said at the beginning, I think your success is a lot down to that consistency and taking action. Have you got one last final bit of advice for someone starting out? What would you say?
Advice. I would probably just say, don't give up. Just keep doing something every day. As hard as it can be sometimes, you've just got to chip away at a little bit every day. Yeah.
And you will get there. So
yeah, you get a surprise out of the blue and then it takes off, which is a lovely surprise.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks so much again, Lisa. It was great to hear from you. Can't wait to see your future endeavours. Thanks.
Great. Thanks, Liz.